Two new monsters just got a huge buff in the game. We're gonna go ahead and check it out in today's video. So I hope you guys are excited. If you are, make sure to drop a like, subscribe. Anyways, let's go and get started. I made two videos recently where I reviewed Linnaeus, which is the newest ancestral monster, and I made a video on Blindsaur, which is another really new monster which is part of the event board. You guys can see this trio works really well together, and I'm going to be doing a video with a Blastroodon very soon, so make sure you guys are subscribed to see that. So here on X, Multigens went ahead and posted. By the way, if you guys haven't followed them already, go ahead and do so, but take a look at this. We got it loud and clear. Linnaeus and Saberus were not everything you wanted them to be. We've changed some of their traits, and we're sure you will love these additions. Blindsaur also didn't want to get left behind, so we've also improved him. What about my boy Blastroodon, man? Come on, you guys, why'd you not, why'd you do that to Blastroodon? But basically, there's a link right here, and it says get all the info in here. And taking a look at this, it says changes in these two monsters together. Let's go ahead and see. So after carefully reading your feedback, we want to make some changes to two monsters, or should we say three? Wait, what? That were presented last week with, oh, okay. Should we say three? Okay, I'm so slow. If you guys didn't understand what they are talking about, they're talking about this monster, this little thing right here, because these count as basically two, if that makes sense, but it's a one monster. But anyways, it says they were presented last week. We think these changes will make things more fun, so let's see what's new. So for Linnaeus and Saberus, I feel like this is actually the biggest update or change for the specific monster right here. Take a look at this. We have Megaton trade that's added to rank 5. That is insane to me. Like last time we had something like this was with King Adam, and some of you guys are like, oh, players are gonna stop using King Adam. Not really. I'm gonna go ahead and get into that later on why players will still use King Adam even though this monster is gonna be out. But anyways, we have control immunity. It's added to rank 0. So, yep, we changed it with cooldown protection. Tough trade is moved from rank 3 to rank 2. And then Satisfactor self-damage protection, 50% is moved from rank 4 to rank 3. So easier to access. Same with these ones, of course. And then Satisfactor area life regen is moved from rank 5 to rank 4. And then Virtue Megataunt is changed from Virtue control immunity. Wait, what? Virtue Megaton is changed for, oh, okay, so it basically kind of got replaced, so it's a lot better, I would say. I really do like this. I think this is really good. Control immunity is now basically a trait in rank 0, so it's changed with cooldown protection, which I personally like. I don't know about you guys, but I do really like that. The only thing that's missing with this monster is like immune to torture. But anyways, guys, so it says gameplay description. So before, fire and earth tank with Megaton Virtue and control immunity trait. Now fire and earth tank with Megaton trait and control immunity virtue. So I did actually see this recently, and I was like, what? They changed it, even in the description. So that's really cool. And then in the awakening condition, the description is changed from before allies controlled, after our team gets control status effect. So this is what they're referring to right here. So any ally or itself under any control status effect 2 times. So you know what I mean? I actually do like this, and then with the virtues, I really wish instead of control immunity or skill mirror, either one of them, I would have personally really liked immune to torture. I mean, that's like something that's kind of huge, especially with like a tank like this. But nonetheless, this monster is like insanely good right now. Like I would highly recommend, guys, every ticket that you have right now, literally spend it on this monster. Speaking of, let me take a look to see if I have any tickets. I have 75. I'm broke, and this is on my MG account, by the way. Anyways, it says Blindsaur changes. So here are some changes with Blindsaur, and unfortunately he doesn't get too much, but take a look at this. This actually kind of helps him out. Confuse prey, stun for both enemies and allies has been added, and then speed with ancestor synergy also increased. So you remember this monster was a bit slow, so they actually kind of made it faster. But when you're actually pairing it up with, of course, the trio, which is, you know, Blastroodon, we got, of course, Linnaeus and Blindsaur. Anyways, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and take a look at that in game now. So take a look. We start off with control immunity, which I do like. So control immunity, you have it straight away. So monsters like Primarion won't be able to hit you with CDA or any other CDA monster really. Like even Tideborn can't really activate cooldowns on you. And then we have Hardened. Hardened goes to tough. Again, it would have been cool. They could have literally slid in immune to torture in here. I'm just saying, like, if tough would have been right here and then they got immune to torture right here, even if it was a status caster, I would have still taken it. And then we have damage reduction, life regen, and then Megaton. Now damage reduction will actually help out quite a lot with the Megatons. Plus, whenever they damage you, let's say you get a turn and they don't remove positive statistics from you, you will basically start off with that life regen, which is really cool. I do like that. And you're not going to be taking too much damage thanks to the damage reduction, which blocks off 50% of the incoming damage. And then again, Megaton being one of the best, literally the best trait actually for tanks, being there, you know what I mean? So that would really help him out. Now I don't have access to PvP there on that account, but I wanted to kind of show you guys the leaderboard. Oh, look at these ports too. That really sucks. But anyways, let's take a look at first player here. First player is, oh wow, what the heck? Second player, wait, this doesn't make sense. Wait, what? Oh, this is champion 3. Okay, I was like, there's no way, and there's 3 days left. All right, so let's see. This player's from Team Spirit 20. Yep, there we go. Look at that. We got Saberus and triple team speed. So players are actually running this monster as a tank. Well, at least this first player is. Let's take a look at JJ. All right, let's see what JJ is running. Okay, so JJ is also using this monster, but triple team speed. Okay, so some players are running it with Genaza, I see, and the other one was running it with Grey Seal. I personally think it works best with Grey Seal just because of that you know, the evasion with Megataunt. I feel like that works really good, really well together. But it looks like Veronica is actually running it as well. Triple team speed, interesting. So I'm seeing a lot of like team speed holder, which makes sense because this monster is Megataunt. You want to utilize it that way. You can even run in like a slap and a life rune. Now in the past, before this update actually happened, even myself, I actually ran the monster as an attacker because I felt it was better at the time to run it as an attacker. Like, you know what I mean? Even though the hybrid monster, you didn't have like Megataunt. So there was like, you know, no reason for you to really run this monster with like team speed or life because it didn't really make any sense. But now it does make sense. Now here's the thing, guys. I only have Linnaeus right now, and I have the dragon monster. We have Blindsaur. We don't have Blastroodon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get Blastroodon maxed out real quick for you guys. All right, he is max, ladies and gentlemen. We got everything ready. Here we go. So we have Blastroodon, we have Blindsaur, and then we got my boy Linnaeus there. So the whole trio is ready, guys. Take a look at this. Oh my gosh, this looks so cool. Look at that. Now, one thing we gotta change is with Blindsaur. Here's the thing. With Blindsaur, it's a little bit different because he has attacking skills, but I feel like he should be like a team speed holder, right? Because you can't just run 2 attackers. This is just going to be a bit silly. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to change this up with like some team speeds. And boom, look at that. We've got the triple team speed set up. And then we have our Blastroodon and we have Linnaeus. With Linnaeus, what you can do is you can run like a life rune if you want, or you can keep the triple team speed mutated with life. Usually that's what players are doing right now on PvP. They're just running triple team speed, or some players are running like a life rune in there. So that's something you can do. If you want, you can maybe run like a 1 speed rune on Blindsaur just so he's not super slow. But I'm just going to run the triple team speed and we're going to test it out a little bit. All right, here we go, guys. So I'm running the trio here against a random team here. Okay, so we got a nature monster, we got fire, and we got our denier, of course. So this monster's taken in the first turn. Usually I would say it's better to let the enemy take the turn because actually no, you can take the first turn if you want. You could do hydrophobic. Yeah, you can apply some shield against the enemy so they're not able to deal damage against you, especially against your Megataunt. So here with this monster, I'm gonna go ahead and do some denial. So he can apply like a random mega freeze and then apply like a random control, things like that. So let's go ahead and do this. And it looks like it turned into a baby. And okay, well, his awakening didn't seem to work. I wonder if that's because of the baby form. But anyways, let me just go ahead and charge up here. So this monster gets a turn. Unfortunately, no stamina. Again, what I would recommend is Slumster Trap. Slumster Trap is probably going to be the best option. It looks like he's still a baby. That's so adorable. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We can do Fear. I wonder if Fear is going to land or if it works as a +1. No, what about Stun? Wait, what? Stun didn't land either. Wait, what? Okay, well, wait a second. So I guess when he's a baby, it won't work. That's weird. Okay, I'm actually curious now. I actually am very curious. So let's try this again. This time, let's do it to something like someone. Oh, okay, he's gonna take it, and he turns back into a baby. But this, wait, it's weird. So Mega Corruption, even though he turned into a baby, Mega Corruption I guess worked. He got his awakening. But wait, did it just go away? Wait a second. Wait a second. What just happened? I actually want to know. I'm so confused. Oh wait, that's weird. So it doesn't show, but he has his awakening. So yeah, his awakening is there. It just didn't show. But look at that primal function. So yeah, when he got the mega corruption, that technically like straight away just like worked in his favor. I guess we can heal our allies here a little bit and apply some shield. And then with this monster, what I would recommend doing is you can stun. And look at this. This is the cool thing. So with the stun, I know I was making fun of this when I did the review for this monster, but the stun to your allies, that can actually help them out. Look at this. When you do this, he's going to get stunned. There's a +1. It's supposed to be a +2. What about this monster? Oh, is it because of the dodge area? Is that why it didn't land? But anyways, that's supposed to help towards his awakening. So it kind of like awakens him faster. And that can actually work in your favor. So when you're trying to like open up his awakening, like kind of like awaken him really, really fast, that skill will normally work out. But I do want to try fear again. I don't think fear actually works, but I want to try it again. Let's see. Fear and oh wait, he gets his awakening this time. Maybe it didn't land the first time. Another thing I kind of dislike, I would say, is the fact that he has that tough trait. That tough trait, I'm not really a fan of it. Reason for that is because, you know what I mean, what if the sun just doesn't land? I feel like that's what happened near the beginning. I wasn't getting in my awakening, you know what I mean? So that can actually kind of not help him as much, but it is cool to pair it up with the Megaton still, even if you don't want, like, your goal is not to use your if your goal is like to not use that at all, you know what I mean, that can actually be beneficial. Oh, look at that, that just kicked in and just removed 1,000,000 life. That's cool. Yeah, it could still be beneficial, you know what I mean, if you're not going to be using your awakening, if that's not your goal. But he does have his awakening right now, so let me just go ahead and charge up, and our boy is just gonna go crazy here. So it goes towards the Megatons. Oh no, that Megaton, oh, the deal damage back. Okay, not too much, that's fine. Let me go ahead and heal everybody real quick and apply Hydro Shield. And then with this monster, we could just, there's no positive side effects for his awakening to be helping him, I guess. These damage boosts would have been a lot better for this monster. That's, I feel like, would have been a better change if they would have done that, like the double damage and the 50%, at least the 50% damage boost to, you know what I mean, this monster would have been really beneficial. But let's go ahead and do this again. So the stun, apparently that should, yeah, I guess since he's a Megaton, he's only getting 1, you know what I mean, because he's absorbing everything. But if he didn't have his Megaton, that would have actually been helpful. So when you're using that skill, it only benefits him as a +1 rather than like a whole, you know what I mean, +2 or like +3 instead. So it's not as easy to awaken him, just to kind of give you a heads up, even with that denial skill when you do have that. Also, what I've noticed is there's like a little bug. Look at that, like the stun on that monster, it just never goes away. I've noticed that. But anyways, let's do our fire weakness here so that we can actually help out our attacker a little bit. And then, oh, I ran out of stamina. But we can go ahead and stun one more time here. And there we go, another +1. And we get the awakening, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go ahead and do this. He's going to take all the incoming damage. And perfect. Okay, decent amount of damage, but you want the job done, you gotta use this guy. Look at him, he's like a machine, man. Look at his damage. I never used this one, but this is really powerful too. But his most powerful skill right here, this is just insane. Look at that damage. And then he takes all the incoming damage, so he's not the one taking the damage. Linnaeus really is. But what do you guys think of this trio? Do you guys like it or not? Now, instead of the team speeds, you can run this monster with Strength Dreams, but I personally don't see why you want to run this monster as an attacker when Blastroodon is literally like a rifle. You know what I mean? This monster is like really strong, and yet also helping the team out as well if he were to take in the first turn. You know what I mean? Applying that hydrophobic shield. Like, how many water monsters do you see on PvP except maybe like Kirk Moonwalker that could really damage through? Like, I understand there's like Tideborn, but Tideborn's not really an attacker. Kirk Moonwalker would probably be the only threat that I could really think of. But yeah, just letting you guys know. But what do you guys think? I actually like this trio. There are a couple of adjustments. If I were to personally make this trio, like if I was the game, what I would do is like I would make Blindsaur like a full denier, literally, but like a denier to where it denies your team instead of denies the enemy. You know what I mean? Like more skills like this, where it applies stun or freeze to your allies and things like that. And then with Linnaeus, instead of the tough trait, I would just give in a immune to torture. That would have been better. With this monster, I would probably just change the fact that it's like a bunch of fire skills, and then, you know what I mean, instead of fire you can mix it up with like water, I don't know, whatever, any other element. Electric, like look at him, you know what I mean. Those little details. So maybe electric or like water would be cool. But fire against fire can be weak. But anyways guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions, and that's gonna be pretty much it. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next one. Peace out.